Hi everyone, it's Joy from Denver, Colorado here in the United States. Welcome to another great woohoo weekend. And I'm going to be showing you a project done with the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set. It is a very large stamp set. It does come to where the butterflies are all connected, so you could stamp it as one big background stamp. It also has these great dies that it comes with, and it has lots of different dies. It has the detailed ones of each individual butterfly, but then it has this die, which is all connected, and it fits these stamped butterflies. So you could stamp them all at once and cut them out all at once, which does save time. So let's get this die set put back together, and let's get started on our video. To start off, I'm going to use a card base for a Slimline card, and Stampin' Up! Now has these great dies that are slim card dies. They do come as a bundle with this great Slim Sane stamp set, so we'll be using both of those as well as the Butterfly Brilliance, so you get to see lots of projects this time. So we have the slim card dies, and then we have these great detailed background dies, and then these great edge dies that go all sized for your Slimline cards. As I said, this is a Slimline card base. So this is 8.5 inches by 7 inches, or 21.6 centimeters by 17.8 centimeters. And it is scored in half at 3.5 inches or 8.9 centimeters. So let's go ahead and let's get this together so we can get our card base going. Now, to save some time, I went ahead and did my background on my technique video for my tips and tricks for this event. So I did use this die from this set. I cut my cardstock, my basic white cardstock, to exactly fit this, and then I use this as a stencil with my blending brushes and my ink pads. So you will see that in the separate techniques video that I am posting for this event. So to save a little time, I already have this part going, and we can go ahead and bring in some of our other pieces. I went ahead and cut these butterflies all out, and I went ahead and colored them for you with my Stampin' Blends, but I will show you very quickly how to do that with the blends. I've got my light Pool Party, dark Pool Party, light Bermuda Bay, and my light Smoky Slate, or is my dark? It's my dark Smoky Slate. So light Pool Party, dark Pool Party, light Bermuda Bay, and dark Smoky Slate is what I'll be using for this. So just go ahead. The blends are so quick and easy. So you go ahead and you start coloring. I'm just going to start with half of this butterfly to save a little time so that we don't take too long on this video. Go ahead and just, start coloring with your light, making sure you got a good base set down for that, and then come in with the light Bermuda Bay, and just going to do a couple of areas with that I want to be darker and to stand out, kind of going around the body here a little bit as well. So we've got that going, and then take our dark pool party. Yeah, you want to keep these, when it does that, you can go ahead and get them back together. So don't stress about that too much if it comes all the way out like that. And then go ahead and get these tips going here with the dark pool party. Kind of coming in and doing some more here where the shaded area is. Giving this just a little bit of shading here, and kind of blending this a little bit as well. So then, you would go ahead, you would do the opposite side, and then using the bullet tip, it has a brush tip on one end and a bullet tip on the other end, and you want to keep your caps on nice and tight to keep them from drying out. And then that is what you'll use for the body. So I've gone ahead and colored in all of these pieces, and you'll notice from my other stamp set, when I showed you the stamp set, there is one butterfly missing. So I didn't need it for this project, but I went ahead and colored it with some Daffodil Delight and some Pumpkin Pie blends, and I will be using this on another project. It will not go to waste. So now we have these butterflies all ready to go here. I also took some of the, let's see, it's the Supple Shimmer paper, and I hope you can see it without too much glare. It has this really pretty pink, and then the pool party colored shimmer glittery paper. So I went ahead and die cut with the same butterfly dies that go with the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set, part of the bundle. And I die cut those out of that shimmery paper. So that gives our project just a little extra pizzazz. So we're going to set all of those pieces to the side for a minute. And then, like I said, I wanted to use something from the Slim Sayings that goes with those dies. It is the Slim Sayings, like I said, that goes with those slim card dies. And you have all of these great, really bold, large sayings that go with those. And I took a piece of the basic white cut at 1 inch wide, or let's see, what would that be in centimeters? Oh no, it's 3/4 of an inch wide and approximately 5 inches long, or 1.9 centimeters wide and 12.5 centimeters long. So I have that piece, and I'm taking my Banners Pick-a-Punch, and you can do a flag or you can do kind of a chevron end. So I'm going to use the chevron end this time, and I'm going to slide that in. Oh, and I did do this one 1 inch wide. Well, I'll show you what I did with this, and then I'll show you the one that I've cut down to the appropriate size. So that just punches it right like that, and then I cut it longer than I needed it so that I could line it up right here along my grid paper on my Stamparatus, and I inked it up with my Bermuda Bay. So let's get that going over here. And then, there you have that part. So I've gone ahead and done one ahead of time to save a little bit of time. And this one is the 3/4 of an inch. And then this piece, the Bermuda Bay piece, was 1 inch wide. So that when you put these together, you've got a nice border there. So let's go ahead and attach those two. I'm going to go ahead and just use some of the liquid glue. I'm not going to put it all the way to the end because I'm going to have that part hanging off a little bit. So grab my liquid glue. Now I can go ahead and line these up. And get even borders on both sides. The liquid glue does give you a little bit of playroom, a little bit of wiggle room with it. And again, like I said, I have that kind of hanging off a little bit, but I did need to cut that or I wouldn't have this angle here on each side. Now, because I made my original piece longer than it needed to be so it would fit into my Stamparatus, then I had to measure it against this layer and trim it. So that's already been done. And I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to attach this piece onto here with some more dimensionals. I don't let any of that go to waste. So let's go ahead, bring in a couple more pieces. Another one on here and here. And use up some of the rest of this. Go ahead and just tear those little bits apart on those edges. Don't have to be precise with them. No one is going to see the roughness of those once I get that all together. Lots of dimensionals mean you have to take off lots of papers, but I don't like a bunch of saggy parts on my cards. So that's why I go ahead and use a lot of dimensionals. Now this has been cut to where it has a border around the edge. For the imperial measurement, it equates out to about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So I think that's about, I don't know, 3 centimeters or something like that. If you're doing it in metric. And let's go ahead and put these pieces on here for my greeting. Go ahead, line that up, making sure it's straight. And then we're going to bring in some of these butterflies that we have already die cut and colored with our blends. So since I'm running out of some of my, oh, I just found a whole package of my large Stampin' Dimensionals. That was very fortuitous. So let's get that small one on there and open up another package. Sorry for the crinkling noise. And let's go ahead and get some more of these onto our butterfly. So we're just going to put several on here again so we don't have saggy parts. And let's start building this part for our card. Take my largest one and then kind of work my way down to the smallest. I haven't stuck that down really hard because I think I need to tuck this one under just a little bit. Tucking under just a little bit, bringing it down just a little as well. So there we have that. And now we can put these on using some of our multi-purpose liquid glue. I flipped it over. I just want it on the body, so I'm going to kind of do a little fold there. I just want a little bit of this on the body. Don't get too carried away. And I want one about here, about right there, since it's sticking to the card right there. And the wings are going to be coming up. And another one, get it also on the body. And it's going to be going over here by these two with the wings coming up, sticking on the card. And lastly, let's get number 3 on here. I try to do odd numbers of things because odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. So let's get that on here. Again, the wings are not attached, just the body. We can put this away. Now we need some rhinestones or some other gems. So I'm using this Silver and Clear Epoxy Essentials. I thought this would be kind of fun. They do come in clear and then this kind of silver-backed element. So let's see. Let's bring in my Take Your Pick tool and these little diamond elements here. And let's use these on this. This is going to make this a little bit different than a regular rhinestone, which is what I was looking for. So let's get this, slide this over. They're going to jump around everywhere. Let's try this again. Sometimes your fingernails work. And get this kind of centered here somewhat. Hopefully. So there we have that one. And then we have a couple more here we're doing. So let's get those. We're going to put one about here and another one kind of next to it but lower. Whoop. And then we need a couple more. We're going to put one over here, kind of in this little negative or white space here. And lastly, let's put one kind of up here. Get that turned so that it's going the right direction. So there we have the outside of our card. Now we want to make sure we do an inside as well. So I've gone ahead and I used the same Slimline dies and used this nice little curve on this. I've gone ahead and stamped with some Coastal Cabana ink and then some Bermuda Bay ink. I've used this Special Moments stamp set, which is one of the free Sale-A-Bration items you can pick with the level 2. If you are doing a qualifying order, you have level 1 qualifying orders and level 2 qualifying orders. This is a level 2 qualifying order. It has very many great sayings in this stamp set. So you're going to want to make sure that you place an order big enough to get this as your free item. So I've gone ahead and prepared that ahead of time. Now I'm going to put adhesive on 3 sides. I do not want anything on the bottom side, and you're going to see why in just a minute. So we have adhesive on 3 sides, and that is going to go into the inside of our card, leaving just a little bit of a Bermuda Bay border around. Around the top 3 sides. So the reason I left it open down here is you'll notice it says, "Happy birthday, I have something for you." So I thought I would use this for my niece's birthday that she has coming up. And I am going to slip some money in this part and have it just peeking out just a little bit, just so she can see that there's something there. So that is my something that I've got for her. You can also get these great Slimline envelopes. You can purchase them. They come in white, soft succulent, and gray. And they fit these Slimline cards. They are already lined, which is great. And the card just slips in just like this. So you have a matching envelope. And I went ahead again and stamped with Coastal Cabana ink and the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set. It is, like you said, a single stamp that you can just use parts of it. You can cut the whole thing out with die cuts, or you can just use it as a background stamp. So I hope you have enjoyed my Butterfly Brilliance presentation. I have shown you a couple of more bonus items with my presentation, so I hope you enjoyed those as well. And be sure to watch the technique video on how to do the stencil with the die cut for the slim card dies. Anyway, until next time, hope you have a great rest of your woohoo weekend, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.